Hey guys, Tri-Gents here. As you know, I'm Stefano.
Tyler.
Cortland.
Now,
The pretty one!
You're the pretty one. We're the ugly ones. This is our second episode, or really our first episode, because the last episode we did was an intro, so now we're going to really dive into it.
It's the second.
It's a second episode. You know what? I'm just trying to, elaborate. So today, we're going to be just talking about some news topics. We're going to be talking about what we've been playing, and also, each of us has got a topic to talk about, which will probably, bring up some cool discussion of what we think about the latest in the gaming world.
The latest.
Right?
Great.
So what have you guys been playing recently since our last video?
League of Legends? League of Legends?
Infamous Second Son.
How's that going?
It's going really good. It's
Very
good.
good.
It's fun. I mean, I'm blowing shit up. It's awesome.
Which, are you going for a good karma or a bad karma?
Good karma.
What I would do, I would definitely try and beat it. You're not into trophies, are you?
I am, but not as much as you are.
Because I know that game is it's a fairly easy game to platinum. So what I would try to do, just beat it once, get all the good karma. Next playthrough, go on expert, just unlock everything. Go through and get bad karma, and it should be fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I know. Well, I've been playing quite a bit of Bloodborne, and
I've heard mixed reviews.
all the 96s on Metacritic, it's just okay. But it's definitely not a game for the casuals. Yeah, I'm having lots of trouble with it because it's a Souls game, Souls games are very difficult, except they're fair. It's not like they put you into situations where you're outnumbered and it's unfair.
Yeah.
It takes a while to get into it and the battle mechanics and everything, but it's a very good game if you want to pick it up. I definitely highly recommend it.
PS4 only though.
Yeah, PS4 exclusive, but it's the best PS4 exclusive.
Well, it's because
That's far.
It's because there are no exclusives really, or there's no good exclusives.
Okay. The order wasn't bad. It just could have been a heck of a lot better.
This wasn't great.
So
great.
Back to the original point in that there is no good PS4 exclusives until.
Well, really, the thing that PlayStation has going for right now on PS4 is its indies. Because I know because right now PSN's doing the Spring Fever, which I believe it was a couple weeks ago. We got Hotline Miami 2.
Yep.
A couple weeks ago we got Jamestown Plus. This week it was Metal Slug 3.
Nice.
Next week it's Axiom Verge, which is kind of like a Metroidvania kind of game,
Yep.
And the Shovel Knight's coming, Bastion's coming.
Shovel Knight to PS4?
Yeah. And Vita and PS3.
Cool.
But Bastion's coming out on
I've been on Steam. I've
PS4, and I've always wanted to play it.
It looks really good.
I know, and I know I got Transistor, which is developed by the same studio who did Bastion. I really enjoyed that, and all I've heard about people who have played Bastion, that it's a really good game. Oh, you're gonna say something? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say. Lately, I've been playing Heroes of the Storm,
Well, how's that?
and it is a MOBA game, but I'm not gonna delve into it really. But there's a collegiate tournament going on tomorrow. Tomorrow would be Saturday, the what is it? 28th?
8th.
Wait, is that the tournament where you can win a tuition?
Yep, you
That's
can win your full
yeah.
college tuition if you for the winning team. You have to be a college student, and Quantum's going in it. KPU's gonna
Really?
yeah.
You're
KPU's,
gonna
I'm playing on the team.
Really?
Yeah,
Actually?
yeah, I'm gonna live stream it too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm playing in the tournament.
What time, so our fellow viewers will know?
I think first game's at 11, and if we win that, the next game would be at 1:30, and if we win that, it would be at
PSC?
3 PST. So we hopefully we'll win all our games tomorrow, and then it would carry over to Sunday, but unfortunately I can't play Sunday,
Oh, that's a
so
shame.
we have to have a sub.
Well,
Which kind of sucks because
yeah. Okay, here we go.
So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about a couple news articles each video. And this week, one of the biggest news that I've seen in a while is that Hideo Kojima, who is the lead developer on one of the most influential gaming franchises in history, Metal Gear Solid.
please not.
I don't know what this is going to do for Konami, because Hideo Kojima has just been such an influence on the series. And I know that he's been working on that series for at least 20 years. And I'm just very interested to see what Konami as a company is going to do without him. And how the Metal Gear franchise is going to be influenced by this change, because I know Metal Gear is still a IP owned by Konami.
They released a new game recently, or
It was Ground Zeroes. It was a prequel, It was pretty much a $30 demo, which I thought was kind of bullshit. But I played it. I enjoyed it.
So there's another one coming.
But Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain is coming out September 1st this year. Very excited for that. But I'm just intrigued to see what Kojima's going to do.
Why did Kojima leave Konami? Do you know?
From what I've heard, it's just because he's been wanting to branch off and do his own thing. He's had so many original ideas that he's wanted to put out there that he hasn't been able to do. And even...
So is he starting his own...
It hasn't been confirmed what he's going to start doing, but lots of people are presuming that he's going to be starting a Kickstarter so he can get people to fund his own games, even though...
Or Nintendo's going to hire him. What's right way?
God, no. But,
That's not out of the realm of possibility.
I know, but it's probably not going to
Imagine if Microsoft
Kojima wants to
says-
go to a company where they will let him do drastic stuff.
What are you saying?
Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo.
Drastic stuff.
Nintendo.
Adulterated fun. So yeah, basically just, I'm interested to see where Kojima goes with this.
It's on the table, Stefano.
I'm not right on the table. Not anymore. I'm interested to see where he goes with this, but he's definitely, he's going to finish. He's still working on Phantom Pain. So he's not leaving the Metal Gear series before the 5th one comes out.
So he's gonna finish the 5th one and then he's gone.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so anyway, unfortunately, Cord and I don't know a lot of info about Kojima, but Stefano's pretty...
Stefano's very passionate.
Too long, didn't watch. Kojima's left Konami. He's gonna finish Metal Gear.
Yep.
After that, he might do his own Kickstarter.
He might do his own kick. He might go on and do his own thing. I don't see him going to another publisher or developer. I think he's just... Because he's one of those guys, he has just so many ideas. He's such a creative developer that he's going to go on and do his own thing, where he has control of his own project, and he's going to use his money in any way he wants to. Now, my other piece of news this week is that the PS4 update 2.50 is out, and
Really
have
cool.
you
Button
updated
mapping.
it?
That's brilliant.
I know.
I haven't done it myself just because I've been out and working a lot, but all I've really seen is the button mapping. And I think that's brilliant.
I think because I know Xbox One has this, and it's an awesome feature, is suspend and resume play. So let's just say you're playing like The Order, and you're still in the game and you have to go. You can just put it in rest mode, come back. You don't have to load up the game. You don't have to restart at a certain checkpoint.
Really?
You just go into the exact same spot. I tried it out yesterday with Bloodborne, and it worked completely fine. And for me, that's the best thing about this update. Other updates include if you have a game which you have 0 trophy % in, you can delete that.
So I hate that. Like a buddy will come over and they'll bring a game, and we get one achievement just for like, oh, congratulations, you turned on the game.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's locked on
Any
there.
fighting game ever.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to, if you have less than 15%, I think you should be able to delete it. Because,
Even hide it.
like, say you rent a game.
I think hiding would be a solution.
Yeah.
Still on your profile, but you can hide it.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. And it won't be accounted into your total. You can have your public total and you have better total. But it can only be if it's below 15%.
Yeah, so as soon as you get, like, if there's 50 achievements, as soon as you get, like, 15 of them, boom, it's on.
Yeah, say 100 achievements in the game, so you get 15 and you're done.
Next news topic. Batman Arkham Knight has been delayed 3 weeks from, I believe it was June 2nd to June 23rd.
Not a big
And it really isn't the biggest fault. Because I know when it first got announced, I believe it was planned to be shipped in October last year. And then 2 weeks after announcing it, they said, no, it's going to be out in June. And personally, like, June is a great time to release a game because mostly in the summer, nobody releases games.
It's
They
like-
really start releasing games at the end of August.
Yeah, it's like August to Christmas, and then it's usually, there's a gap just for holidays, and then it's like January 15th to like March 30th, April. And
March
then
is
there's a
really-
gap between usually like late April, May to the end of August. That's a long time to go without fresh video games.
And I think pushing it before, just like a week before July, that's fantastic. That's a great idea
Yeah.
because I'll have so much more time to play it and enjoy it rather than looking at my backlog and being like, fuck, I have no time to play this game.
But what about for the people, there's just the devil's advocate, what about for the people who aren't like you and they don't have a giant backlog? Because let's be honest, if there's a new game, you buy it, for the most part.
I haven't bought Mario Party.
You literally said you were going to do that.
Don't let me buy Mario Party so bad.
Favorite Mario game for the Nintendo GameCube, Court? But, okay, you can't just say a game and not back it up.
Okay, I really, really like the Mario Strikers series. And I think, okay, I love the gameplay. I think it was just ridiculous. Like, there's never been like a soccer-based Mario game up to that
Luigi
point.
does the
But I think the game was funny. I think the
it's hilarious fun.
I have Mario Strikers upstairs.
I think the
I believe in you, buddy.
I think the multiplayer is hilarious. I like that every character has a unique like ultimate kick. I think it was fun. It's all I played for a long time. I think the gameplay was ridiculous. I think the multiplayer was fun. I think it didn't take itself too seriously.
The boards.
That's a good
What
one.
about we'll do Tyler last. So Steph.
Okay.
For me, I'd have to say, just because I spent so many hours playing when I was getting Mario Kart Double Dash.
Oh yeah.
That's
The one
a-
thing that I just absolutely love about that game, and that they haven't included in any other Mario Kart game since, is the character-specific special items.
Yeah,
I loved that.
that was
I
really
understand
fun.
why
that.
they cut it. I understand why they cut it, but I still think it took away from the fun when they did.
I
But
did, because I remember when.
I think it was just for the fact that you had two people in one cart, and you can cycle special items, and it's part of the strategy of the game,
Mhm.
and it's part of the fun as well.
Oh yeah.
But when they took out the feature of having two people in one cart, that's when they got rid of special items. I'm gonna pick an unpopular opinion one. Super Mario Sluggers.
Oh,
I don't actually think that's a game.
Mario Baseball. That in terms of the Mario games, the ones that I probably logged the most hours into, I'm not going to include Super Smash Bros.
Just Melee
it's
is
a general Nintendo.
I'm not including Melee. Would be Mario Kart Double Dash, Mario Party 5, and Super Mario Sluggers. Those would be the three games that I logged the most time into by a long margin. That's a big margin.
All right, now one of my topics is Predator and Jason. You know Jason from Friday the
Voorhees.
13th.
Jason Bourne.
Friday the 13th. You know that series?
Jason Voorhees.
Orgies?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're coming to Mortal Kombat X in the Combat Pack. And my question for you guys is, what movie or television character would you like to see in a fighting
A
game?
Teletubby.
Teletubby in Mortal Kombat.
Would that not be hilarious?
I think a hilarious thing to do for Mortal Kombat X, a huge stab at Nintendo, would to have Snake in the
That
game.
would be
Like
that
PlayStation
would be funny.
exclusive. Because I know what they did with Mortal Kombat 9 is that they had Kratos in it on PS3, which was really cool. So I know if like
But I could
like
totally
PlayStation was like, here's a character, take it.
with
Like,
Hideo Kojima leaving too, and Konami just being like, "Oh, we get the rights."
Or
I could
Raiden.
totally see them just being like, "There you go, take it."
or even Raiden with his sword.
This is really like a stupid idea, but what if they brought Freddy Fazbear from Five Nights at Freddy's as a character?
That'd be meta, so to speak.
That'd be meta.
It'd be meta, but it would be crazy as all hell, wouldn't it?
You know how many?
Could you imagine like
Copies
the
would
fatality?
sell.
Could you imagine a fatality though with that?
I've never played the game.
I never played the year.
Well,
I just see people.
Well,
with
you
it
see,
pop
so
out.
you know it's a jump scare, right? So like
Yeah.
fatality could be like
It just
the
jump
screen
scare.
goes black, and then it's just like ah, and
What
then
about
that
Slenderman?
person dead.
Well, Slenderman.
Oh, Slenderman is
Slenderman's not meta anymore, though.
No, because they made a shitty game, like 3 of them.
What I would love to see is Xenomorph from Aliens.
The
Mortal Kombat.
general
That
theme
would
now
actually
would be
make more
cool.
sense because it's Alien vs Predator.
Because, oh my god, I completely didn't even think about the Alien versus Predator. Just its
It would
fatalities,
almost-
just with its inner mouth, like in the face. Have you seen the fatalities for Mortal Kombat X?
No, we'll go watch that.
They are disgusting, and it is fantastic. But I just think Alien would be a perfect exception for the game. All right, now for my last topic.
There's another topic?
It's the 2 topics.
What the fuck?
It's simple. Okay, sorry. So for my last topic, there is so many HD remasters of games which have come out either a year or 2 years ago, which are coming to PS4 and Xbox One, and is getting out of hand. Last Friday, God of War 3 got announced for its 10-year anniversary, coming to PS4 in July. Borderlands: The Handsome Collection it came out this week.
What about Devil May Cry?
Devil May Cry 4 got, like, the trailer was shown off on Monday,
Yeah.
and that one I think it doesn't make sense because DMC, Devil May Cry Definitive Edition, came out a couple weeks ago.
What Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, that's sort of an exception because the game never made it to North America. It was a PSP game which was exclusive to Japan.
Fair enough.
And I'm sure lots of people wanted to play it here because the Final Fantasy fan base is huge.
Yeah.
And so that one I can make an exception for, but I don't think they should have priced it at $70 because it's a remaster.
You think more like a I'm gonna say like Kirby and the Rainbow Curse price range, like 45,
Yeah.
40.
What games would you like to see remastered, or do you think
Time Splitters.
like a trilogy like collection?
Yep.
Yeah, I think we need more of those trilogy collections because what they're putting out right now, they're putting out single games.
I would even be okay with just a 4th Time Splitters game.
Mm-hmm.
But the only problem is that the company that made Time Splitters is gone.
I could see the next big group remaster would be a Uncharted Collector's
I was about to
HD
say.
collection.
Because I know lots of people had Xbox 360s, then they went to PS4 because when Xbox was unveiling, like before it came out, they were like, "Let's be online all the time. You have to check in once a day. You out of this, you out of that," and so yeah, lots of people I think they haven't played Uncharted. And I was about to say that's a very good one because Uncharted 4 is coming out next spring. One game I would like to see would be a BioShock trilogy on Xbox One or PS4.
I think so.
That's fair.
Because you guys play BioShock?
Yeah, I played them. I think they're a lot of fun.
Believe it or not, I have. And I actually have BioShock Infinite on my
BioShock Infinite is a great game, but I mean, if you were just to go with, you have a
I have BioShock 1 in my cover.
That's one of my favorite games. If you were to have a bundle with all three, it'd be great. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. What
do we have coming up in the next week or so?
Next week or so, I'm probably gonna do my top 10 releases for the 2015. I'm gonna be like what I'm excited for. Stefano, what are you gonna try for next week?
I'm trying to do a couple collection videos. I'm just gonna maybe show off my collection a bit.
What about Tyler?
What about you, Tyler?
My thing was kind of last week where I did the League of Legends patch rundown, patch 5.6. Go check that out if you haven't.
In the description.
It's a long video. This coming week, all that you might really see from me is another video with these two fine gentlemen.
Oh god. Ow, I just poked me. That's where we should leave it, right there. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Our last video got
Tri-Gents.
Our last video went over pretty well with a lot of you, and it was good to see. So don't forget to like and subscribe.
Also share, spread the word if you can.
Yeah, we're trying to get ourselves out there. Just like my
Hi, Mom!
Hi, Samurai.
I love you, Dad!